a short while ago, we have come together with 20,000 of our muhtars in Ankara, and most probably many of our muhtar brothers and sisters right from here got together with us. I mean, as it is stated in this song, we walk this path together and we got wet under the rain together. So in every song that I listen, everything reminds me of you. Without a doubt, in today's world, progressing and developing a country, and one of the first indication of the competition is the distance that you covered in the field of education. Every new investments will be a strong infrastructure for the development, and it will be a very important step for turning your nation into a nation of information and intelligence. The village wellness centers, whose opening ceremony we carry out today, will be one of the strategic moves in which we will bring tradition and innovation together. We will not only provide a fresh breath to our education, but at the same time we will prepare our kids for the Turkey of future. Again, with the vocational courses to be carried out in this center, all those cultural activities will add an additional dynamism to our villages. This project will be a great achievement for our education world. As a result, I would like to sincerely congratulate our Ministry of Education and also our Ministry of Agriculture who supported this project. Together with our kids to be educated in those village wellness centers, our teachers will raise them as a beneficial son and daughters for this nation, and I wish all of them success. Our teachers are not carrying out any ordinary public service, so on behalf of myself and my nation, I would like to thank each one of our teachers for all the sacrifices that they have done. I hope and pray that the village wellness centers would be auspicious for our nation, for our villages, and any one of our citizens who will make use of those centers. Distinguished guests, as of next year, we will be marking the 100-year anniversary of the foundation of the Ministry of Education, as well as the 100-year anniversary of the foundation of our Republic, and we have already started our preparations for 2023. The 2023 will be the declaration of a brand new era for our institutions and for our country as well. Recently, we have announced the Century of Turkey vision. It will lay the ground for the further development. So right now, we will continue with a comprehensive work which will include our ministries. So step by step, brick by brick, it is time to build the Century of Turkey all together in 81 of our provinces. The designer, the architect, and the owner of our vision of the Century of Turkey is 85 million. Together with our men and women, with young and old, the Century of Turkey will be the masterpiece of all our citizens. As we have made sure that this nation, who was seen as a sick man of Europe in the past, stood up, as we have achieved the great struggle, and as we have overcome all the obstacles in front of us in unity and solidarity, and as we have tackled all the challenges from the terror attacks to the coup attempts, as we have turned Turkey into a rising star of the world and of its region, hopefully, and if God is willing, we will be heralding the good news of the Century of Turkey, so we will realize the Century of Turkey all together.
Gazete köşelerinden, televizyon ekranlarından
From the social media platforms or via the newspapers, they are the ones who are trying to inject the pessimism, so we will not tolerate or give any chance to those people who are very poor in terms of their self-confidence. As the grandsons and granddaughters of a nation who tore apart its shroud and grave clothes many times, we will continue to our path. That's why our vision of Century of Turkey will be really important, and we are expecting the strong support of our muhtars and our teachers to our vision of Century of Turkey, and we will continue on this path together with our muhtars and our teachers. No struggle without the support of our teachers who are raising our sons and daughters. The warranty of our future will not be successful. No project whatsoever without the support of our muhtars, the core of our democracy, would be successful. May God's be blessings upon all of you. So right from now on, I would like to wholeheartedly thank you, each one of you, for all the contributions you will make for the Century of Turkey. Valuable guests, today, rather than discussing the crisis, we are speaking about the century of Turkey, and it is thanks to our reforms and the democratic developments in the last 20 years. Turkey didn't come to this position thanks to the will or allowance of anyone, but after a challenging journey, we have reached this point. As we have repeatedly said, no achievements was presented to us in the golden tray. So as the nation, as the country, whatever achievements we had was thanks to our endeavors, and when needs be, we paid the price for all those achievements. From the nation of poverty, together with our industry, tourism, and also agriculture, we have reached today's Turkey, whose economy is ever flourishing. The totalist supporters were wandering in the streets of this country, but right now we have brought Turkey to a level whose democracy is pinpointed and taken as an example by anyone. So we have come to this point where the democracy, the rights and the freedoms of the people are protected. 20 years ago, as we have undertaken the responsibility of governing Turkey, we have given our promises to improve this country on 4 fields. Education was the first, then it is followed by health, safety, and justice and security. And we have kept our promises in all those fields. Then we said we will improve energy, transportation, agriculture, and diplomacy. So one by one, we have made improvements in all those areas. Within the last 20 years, just like any word that we have given to our nation, thanks to God, we have kept all our words and promises. The lion's share of our budget was given to education. Before we came to office, the lion's share was allocated to defense. After we have undertaken the responsibility of governing Turkey, the lion's share of our budget was allocated for education, because if the education is not getting stronger, and if the education does not open the path for our youth, then you cannot raise the youth as you like, and we have achieved this. So the lion's share goes to education, then it is being followed by health, justice, and security. The education's budget was 7.5 billion Turkish liras, but as of last year, we have increased our budget for education to the level of 304 billion Turkish lira. So here we speak with the actions rather than the words. Action, action, and action. The negotiation for the 2023 budget goes on, and do you know what is the total amount allocated for education. It is 651 billion Turkish liras. So libraries, sport facilities, sport halls, workshops, labs. So we changed completely the facade of our schools with all those technological means. With an additional appointment of 750,000 teachers, we have increased the number of our teachers over 1 million, and we have also caught the OECD averages in terms of the number of teachers per student. From the course books to the supplementary books, all the basic needs of our students are met by us, so we have strengthened the equal opportunities in the field of education. Rather than opting for an ideological curriculum, we have designed a libertarian curriculum which is aiming to explore, to find out the skills of our students. So from the early ages, we are teaching the civilizational values and principles to our kids, which include many elective courses like Quran. So there were the ones who tried to prevent our daughters with their fascist understanding from going to school, and we have tackled all those obstacles presented in front of our daughters. Together with our investments for the preschool education, the schooling rate for the 5-year-old kid increased from 5% to 97%. Our Minister of Education has already announced that. The schooling rate of our girls was 37% in the secondary school, and we have increased that figure to 90%. With our activities and works in the formal education, we reached out to our kids and our youngsters, and we are also opening the doors of education to everyone with the universal education programs. From the social and cultural activities to the parental training in many fields, we are easing and contributing to the lifelong learning process of our citizens. So our vocational courses and the public education centers are really appreciated by our women. The family school project, supported by my wife as well, indeed meets a very important need as the threats against the institution of family is on the rise. The family budget management and the establishment of the right relations inside of the family, so those courses are really valuable. As of March, more than 400,000 of our citizens took part in the family school project, and this also shows that our nation embraces this project. Hopefully, from now on, with the necessary legal arrangements and through such a kind of projects, we will continue to protect the institution of family. Dear brothers and sisters, the world is changing, and as the world is changing, of course, we cannot think that our country will stand still and does not progress. So it is really important that we have achieved all those successes, but it is not enough. So we have to make additions to our current achievements. That is what we are striving for. Taking into consideration the developments unfolding in the world, we are trying to adapt ourselves to the new conditions. In line with the expectations of our nation and the needs of our country, we have taken all the necessary steps, and we will continue to do so. The village wellness centers, whose opening ceremony we carry out today, is the result of all our endeavors and our will of bringing past together with the future. During the times of the one-party years, the village wellness centers will not, of course, impose anything in terms of belief or way of living to our nation, to our citizens. We will never allow those shameful incidents to take place. So the old examples which try to despise on the villagers will be nothing but a sad memory in our minds. So we believe that our villages are representing the most important part of the Anatolian knowledge. So through those village wellness centers, we will prepare our villages for future. By providing them the necessary education, we are hoping to increase the competitive power of our villages. So those idle schools, primary or secondary schools, will be turning into the public education centers. So all those idle and school buildings which are not in use will be an active place where the education takes place. From the animal husbandry to the agricultural technology and all the way to the food sector, many courses in a broad spectrum will be taught in those centers. 122,664 citizens attended 8,507 programs, and the 90% of all those attendants were women, with which we are really pleased. As those courses are disseminating, so with the workshops and with the support of our Ministry of Agriculture, the production will take place in all those centers. So the income to be obtained as a result of those production will be used for the needs of the centers. The young and old will come together at the same place for their education, so the philosophy of lifelong learning hopefully will be embraced by our people. So with the 2,000 village wellness centers, whose opening ceremony that we carry out today, hopefully all our villages will have one of those wellness centers. So as our muhtars, you have huge responsibilities incumbent upon all of you. What we kindly request from each one of you is to orient our youngsters in the villages of which you are muhtars. So from now on, I would like to thank each one of you for all your efforts and all your endeavors in that regard. To all my dear brothers and sisters, please extend my greetings to them in your neighborhood, in your villages.
Açılışını yaptığımız 2000 köy yaşam merkezimizin köylerimize.
Once again, I hope and pray that the 2,000 village wellness centers whose opening ceremony we carry out today would be auspicious to our villagers, to our citizens, and to our village.
Eğitime katkı sağlayan, destek veren
I would like to thank all my citizens who contributed to the education. I would like to congratulate our Ministry of Education who executed this project, and within your presence I also would like to congratulate our Ministry of Agriculture, which supports this project. Meanwhile, unfortunately, in Tutak, we have, with great upset, learned that 7 of our citizens has lost their lives in a fire which broke out after a bus tumbled down. I pray for their souls, and may God forbid such accidents from taking place again. So I would like to extend my condolences to my nation. I greet you all with love and respect. Stay in health.
Efendim bizler de Cumhurbaşkanımız Sayın Recep Tayyip Erdoğan'a hitaplarından dolayı şükranlarımızı ve saygılarımızı arz ediyoruz ve zat-ı devletlerini bir müddet daha sahnede misafir etmek isteriz. Yüksek müsaadelerinizle önce hediye takdimimiz, sonra canlı bağlantılardaki açılışlarımız ve son olarak da toplu açılış törenimiz için efendim. Efendim şimdi günün anısına Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımıza hediyelerini takdim etmek üzere Milli Eğitim Bakanımız Sayın Mahmut Özer'i sahneye davet ediyoruz bir kez daha. Buyursunlar Sayın Bakanım.